Hello and welcome to the history of the Ghostbusters. Omega Ordained coming at you with today's episode, Slimer. And here we go. Slimer was a ghost made up of pure ectoplasm and was the first ghost successfully captured by the Ghostbusters. Slimer is well known for his gigantic appetite and the slime he leaves behind when he passes through solid objects. Slimer was a legendary ghost to all the original staff of the Sedgwick Hotel. His usual territory was on the 12th floor, but his outings were usually non-violent and simply involved eating food. As a result, the hotel was able to keep a lid on the supernatural problem. For some reason, Gozer's approaching time of arrival provoked Slimer into being much more active than usual. Eventually, the staff couldn't keep the ghost a secret anymore and called the Ghostbusters. However, the Ghostbusters had not fully tested their equipment and weren't completely prepared for full capture. Ray was first to find Slimer, but he missed him, and Slimer escaped into the next hall where he slimed Peter Venkman. After many errant shots and the resulting destruction, Slimer flew into the Alhambra ballroom, where the Ghostbusters made another attempt at capture. Though Slimer was at first tossed around by some of the more missed shots, the Ghostbusters eventually managed to get him in their streams. Slimer was then caught in a trap and put into a storage facility. However, he was released with many other ghosts when the storage facility was shut down by Walter Peck. Slimer occupied a hot dog cart on 1221st Avenue of the Americas in front of the Rockefeller Plaza. When the hot dog vendor opened the cart, he was initially shocked to see a ghost. After the Ghostbusters defeated Gozer and left Central Park West, Slimer was sighted in the area. Ghostbusters too. Slimer seemed to be a pet of the Ghostbusters, although it's unknown what he had been doing since the Ghostbusters were out of business years ago. Slimer did resurface after the Ghostbusters started up again and had apparently gotten much fatter in the span of 5 years. Throughout the Vigo incident of 1989, Slimer interacted with Louis Tilley. The two first met when Louis caught Slimer eating his lunch, to which the two of them fled in fear. On New Year's Eve, Louis decided to take up a proton pack and help the Ghostbusters. In an attempt to match up their initial misunderstanding, Slimer helped the exhausted Louis by giving him a ride to the Manhattan Museum of Art, IDW Comics. In the early 1920s up through 1938 or so, the Sedgwick Hotel played host to the cult of Gozer. Supposedly, one of their initiatives to draw in Gozer was to summon a hungry spirit that would wreak havoc on the American food supply, which would have made them prime targets during World War II. However, a semi-corporeal manifestation of gluttony was conjured instead. The ghost stuffed their sacrifice, a live chicken, into its mouth. But it was a hungry spirit and could never slate its inhuman appetite. Luckily, the ghost was too lazy to roam outside and eat everything in sight. It remained anchored to the Sedgwick for decades. Documented hauntings by the ghost began in the mid-1920s. In 1951, someone ignored the Sedgwick's no room service policy on the 12th floor. Two bellhops took a cart to the floor, unaware of Slimer. Slimer quickly pounced on the cart and feasted. One of the bellhops soon resigned. In the 1980s, Slimer attacked some honeymooners in their suite at the Sedgwick. He ate all their primo spiffy cakes and then slimed them. Hey, thank you for watching the history of the Ghostbusters. Special thanks to the Ghostbuster Wiki and its contributors for all information you heard today. Very special thanks to my Patreons and to Royalty Free Tube for this fantastic background. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the bell, join the channel, join us on Patreon, do whatever you can do. Any of these things can really help the channel grow. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.